How to become more assertive. Everyone wants to be more confident, but not everyone knows how to be assertive. Assertive falls right between passive and aggressive. It takes some practice to become an assertive person, but it's a valuable communication ability that may help you feel more self assured and lead to a more happy existence. The Wisdom Box is a place where you can find answers to all of your questions. We will learn some tools and approaches to help us improve our abilities at the Wisdom Box. If you are interested in learning life skills, please subscribe and like this channel. Every Sunday, we will release a mini module to teach you a new skill. Here are 9 easy strategies to boost your assertiveness. 1. Understand assertiveness. Assertiveness is an interpersonal trait in which you show a healthy amount of self-confidence while yet respecting the rights of others. Being assertive involves being able to speak out for your own or others' rights in a calm and constructive manner, rather than being aggressive or passively accepting wrong. Assertive people may express themselves without offending others or becoming upset themselves. When you are assertive, you are neither passive nor aggressive. Instead, you are straightforward and honest. You don't expect others to know what you need, so you speak out and ask for it calmly and confidently. Please leave a comment below to let us know if you'd like us to make another video on a specific life skill or if you'd like us to make another tool to help you develop this talent. 2. Say no more often. You'll need to let go of the impulse to satisfy everyone and do things according to their expectations if you want to be aggressive. When you do this, you're more likely to be unhappy and weaker the next time you try to get what you desire. Assertive communication entails being comfortable speaking exactly what you want while avoiding hurting the other person's feelings. This could entail rejecting items you determine aren't a good fit for you, but then expressing why. In communication, the word because is a game changer. If you give strong reasons and say them with determination, no one will be upset that you gave them a negative answer. 3. Be present. Last but not least, being aware of what the other person is attempting to communicate is the key to efficient communication and improved relationships. Avoid bringing up old grudges or allowing your mind to wander. Doing so shows disrespect and might cause you to lose attention, and so, you won't be able to offer a proper response or be aggressive. Mindfulness entails being fully present in the moment and not thinking about anything else. Forget about the rest of the world and focus on the person with whom you are conversing at the time. Actively listen to all they have to say. This is the most effective approach to answer in a meaningful way, and it is the cornerstone of forceful communication. 4. Understand your limitations. Understanding and maintaining your personal boundaries is a crucial step in managing stress and dissatisfaction. Burnout is made up of several ingredients: taking on extra projects while missing crucial family events, or continuing to answer work emails from your bed despite the disruption to a good night's sleep. Consider what you can reasonably demand of yourself and be mindful of your limitations. Even though deadlines loom, we are all bound by our humanity, and by time, there is no getting past those things. Your direct communication benefits everyone. Not only is it unpleasant to be exhausted or resentful, but it also prevents you from performing at your best. 5. Practice assertiveness. First, practice being assertive at work in the privacy of your journal, therapy, or close relationships. Consider how difficult it would be to communicate something difficult to a coworker or your boss. Consider the following questions: what is my objective? What exactly do I want to say? So, how should I put it? Play it out in your head, both the ideal scenario and the one that scares you the most. Try talking it over with a loved one who is willing to play a role. Say out loud what you want to communicate at work. If you don't, your nerves may cause you to become tongue tied when the time comes, making it easier to give up. Consider the things that are often difficult for you to say, for example, no, I can't, or that makes me uncomfortable, and rehearse them for future use. 6. Understand the distinction between assertiveness and aggression. Many people keep their voices quiet because they have come to believe that speaking up equates to being bossy, pushy, or disrespectful to others. Being assertive does not have to imply any of these things, it simply means that you value your own thoughts, feelings, and voice, as well as the voices of others. You can maintain your friendliness and likability while communicating directly. Assertive communication does not seek to dominate others. Its goal is to achieve the best possible outcome for you in collaboration with the other employees in your workplace. I disagree with that is assertive and honest, and it opens up further conversation to move toward resolution. What kind of stupid idea is that? Is aggressive and minimizing, and it shuts down conversation. 7. Understand the other point of view. The ability to say what you need while also acknowledging the wishes of others is an important component of assertiveness. When negotiating, assertive people are more effective because they have empathy and respect for other people's opinions and ideas. Aggressive people, on the other hand, demand that their needs be met without regard for anyone else. Respecting the person with whom you are communicating often results in a collaborative solution and a win-win situation in which both parties get what they require. 8. Keep it positive. No one enjoys difficult conversations, and as a result, issues go unresolved, resulting in stress and complicated relationships. Approaching situations that require you to be assertive with positive emotions is one way to stop procrastinating and deal with them. When you communicate in a positive tone, the other person will often relax their guard and respond accordingly. When practicing assertiveness, it's critical to speak in a way that doesn't imply accusations or make the other person feel guilty. Speaking your truth with candor should not imply making others feel wrong. Be straightforward, direct, and concise, and state what you know to be true for you. 9. Stand your ground. Don't give up if you don't get what you want the first time you ask. This technique is known as a broken record in assertiveness training. The person may not respond the way you expected the first time, but they may simply require time to process what you want. Reiterate what you require until you obtain it. Being assertive may make you feel excited, but excitement can also be misinterpreted as aggression. Learn to keep your cool and calm when expressing yourself. It will boost your confidence and allow the other person to relax. Remember to breathe normally and to pay attention to your body language and eye contact. Be present with one another. Calm mind, calm speech, calm action. It not only gives you confidence, but allows the other person to remain composed as well. It can take some practice to improve your assertive communication skills. Take it on as a challenge. Practice it with loved ones and observe the benefits, such as fewer arguments, a more positive and peaceful atmosphere at home, less stress, an increase in self-esteem and confidence, and so on. Then, start using these strategies on everyone you meet. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to our channel. At the Wisdom Box, we are dedicated to teaching you life skills that will help you become a better person. If you enjoyed it, please feel free to share it with your friends and family.